You're listening to the C1D Paintball Podcast. Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and our Discord. I am Andrew. You're listening to the C1D Paintball Podcast. And if you're wondering, it seems cavernous. Is that the word? It seems like maybe you're imagining me just kicking my legs back. Well, there's only two of us on the podcast tonight, so there's a little extra leg room in the headphones tonight. Joining me is Mike. Mike, how you doing?
Not too bad. Enjoying this last Sunday off before I got to go back to work.
Yeah, and it was, today was spring forward, fall back, so we started, we gained an hour of sleep, but yeah, it's dark out a little later, and, not only did that happen this past weekend, but it was the last official game day for C1D of the year. Now, there may be other events that are thrown together, we join in that, but generally speaking, the first or second weekend of November, we have go to our home field now. I think it's the fourth year in a row at Warzone Paintball, Rigaud, Quebec, and we call it Last Call. So Last Call 25. 14 of us there. There were 12 regulars. Trent brought a friend, nice guy, very nice guy. I called him Price because he's got the beard like Price from Call of Duty. And I don't remember who the other gentleman was. I believe Nick might have known him. I don't know who it was who joined us, and I do apologize. But we had a good time. A lot of regulars, a couple of players that hadn't played with us for a couple of months. We had I mentioned Nick. Nick was doing some stuff at night, going to some other fields. Plus, he's got young children, so that's always a reason to keep you away from the paintball field, even though you want to be there. Until they get old enough. I mean, yeah, I'm old, but at least I can bring mine to the field to actually play. And we also had Thomas. Thomas has been a member for a long, long time. And after D-Day this year, he went with his wife. They went to a trip to Argentina. That ain't cheap. Paintball ain't cheap. Life gets in the way, and I had no idea. I was going to send him a text saying, man, do you want to come out for the last event? And it's like, no, I know he's busy. He seems to have a lot going on and all that. And I pulled up yesterday, and I saw he was there, and Connor's there. Hey, man, it's Thomas. And it's like, so that was good. That was good to see it. And, I had a smile all the way home. It was enough from me, Mike. Mike, what was your vibe summary like I just did when you got there, and just overall, how was your drive home?
I'll just add on the Thomas thing. He was the first one I saw when I pulled in, and I was so excited when I saw him. Not that I don't love everybody, and it was the last day. I was really pumped up to see everybody, but I saw Thomas, and like it was awesome. Went up, gave him a big hug. Happy to see you. Happy you made it for the last day. That was awesome. But it was such a great day. Good vibes. It was a little chilly, but once you got moving, it was like the perfect weather. We had a little bit of sun. We got blessed with not getting rained out, snowed out, stuff like that. Just good people. We had a few, unfortunately, that couldn't make it last minute. Jeff couldn't make it. He had some mix-ups with work and stuff, which is really unfortunate. But we made the best of it with the guys we had. We had such a good crew. We had a ton of good games. I had an odd day. I used my pump for like 80% of the day.
I was wild seeing with that. It was wild seeing with, yeah. But you were shooting well. Yeah. How was it shooting?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was shooting pretty good. I might have I got to break it apart. I got to watch Chris's video that he made me for the thing. I got to break it apart, check the detents, because I was shooting two balls occasionally at once. But that thing is a sniper. I see why it's so sought after. It's bone stock. And I was doing pretty good with it. Still only got 3 mags though. So at the beginning of some of the games, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, 2 respawns or whatever," and I'd be like, "Oh shit, I got 30 rounds. I gotta really really, but it was a great day. I couldn't ask for a better last day out. Great weather, great people, great games, and just good chilling.
You know, I'm sorry.
Ride home was regular. We cruised right through the border, no issue. Didn't hit any animals this time.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a perfect day, perfect everything.
You know, it's interesting because I guess it's our routine now is we normally start on Village. And we started on Village, and Pierre came by after a couple of quick games, and Connor ran up to the top of the field. He did that twice, by the way. And he saw Pierre's down there. So Pierre had some cool stuff with his 3D printing and that. Poor guy is still out with a knee injury, but the stuff he makes is top notch, and you're going to see that in some of the little videos because he wanted us to do some R&D on some stuff, and it's dynamite. Anybody watching this on YouTube right now, you'll see there's that C1D light behind me that he made. But one thing I didn't do is charge the battery on it, so that's why it's not on. But when I went back up again, because when I was leaving, we'd already played a couple games on it. Teams are a little lopsided. We did the sticks, and the sticks finally had their day where they just said F you. So we usually draw sticks to see who's on what team, and it's incredible. I mean, Mike, back me up here. Usually it's not too bad. It splits pretty even, right?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they usually work out pretty well. I enjoy the popsicle sticks because even if they don't, I mean, it still makes for an interesting, It was random, so
yeah, exactly.
It's as fair as random can get,
So when we were going to I was going down to see Pierre, we were about to play another game on Village, Kill Confirm, which I really like, and I went up, and I guess it's like I missed Kill Confirmed, and I was surprised you guys were still on Village, but it's like yeah, we're going to do another one. We'll do Kill Confirmed, and it's like oh, thank God I missed. And we did the one life, and it was all right. And it's like, okay, now we're going to go points here and here. And I kept thinking, oh, we're going to go to market. And we all made the same joke. I think it took us to realize we're getting too old because market is such a great field, but the barriers are pretty low. So, I mean, with the work you do in construction and renovations, and me just being old as hell, and the other guys not actually being gym rats. We were perfectly happy to be in this little field with the buildings and the trees and being able to stand up. So we played. Yep. Yeah, so after we played, I forgot what happened. But then it's like, you want to do that again? It's like, yeah, we'll do Kill Confirmed again. And it's like, you know what? That game was pretty quick. Let's do it with 2 revives. I don't know how many games we played. We didn't just play 2. We played like maybe 3 or 4 like that. Like...
Yeah, at least 3. Yeah, it was fun. The Kill Confirmed... with the dead man talking rule, it makes it so much fun, and I think I had the most fun with it yesterday since we've started that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I forget, it's a normal rule. Dead man don't talk, so I usually just sit there with my mouth shut regardless. But there was half of the team. I think it was the first game. Yeah, half of the team was like right on the building next to me, and me and Miranda are at Green Monster, both down. And Thomas and Mikey and I can't remember who else were over in like spawn 3. So it's just one building over diagonal. And I'm just sitting there screaming the whole time, like they're right next to me. Like somebody come. It's like they're going to be coming around the corner. I think it was Rob or Norm.
Okay.
But I think Thomas got sick of hearing me yap. So he finally came out and gave me a little tap on the head, got Miranda, and he's like, all right, you guys are out. But I had so much fun just screaming all the information that I possibly could to ruin their, any plan that they had of coming around. It was a lot of fun. That dead man can talk rule is really cool.
It is. I mean, there's no question that I'm going to, the last game, we did kind of a mini big game thing, but the last Village game we played, the one where the picture's in the chat here right now, where I went around the corner, got hit, and I'm saying exactly what's going on. Mikey is directly in front of me. Then I see a white helmet pop up. It's like, oh, great. Connor's behind him. Then all of a sudden, to my right, I see Rob goes in. And it's like, oh, well. And out of just charging at me is Trent. Boom. He tags me. He gets hit. I lean back. I'm firing. All hell is breaking loose. The whole time I'm saying he's right in front of me. Somebody can come around. I just can't wait to edit and hear that because I could see how people do forget when that rule's in play, but it was a perfect example of the chaos and fun that can create. Like,
absolutely. Oh yeah, and I was watching that from the inside of the box through the screen. I might even have that view, but it was so funny because you guys, I mean, everyone's dying and dead, and everyone's still just laughing. I mean, it just goes to show you how much of a good time we were having, and I really wish Connor was here to talk about, because we've been playing Battlefield a lot with the whole revives, and I just wonder what he thought about Trent running up and reviving you in front of 3 enemies.
Yeah.
I just wonder what he would think about that. You know what I mean? Like,
he'd get
that was awesome. That was that was an absolutely epic play. So much fun. The laughs, like I said, it just goes to show you how much fun we have.
Now, I want to tell you, I know a lot more fields are doing it. You were showing me Capital Combat Zone a couple of years ago. They have professional photographers that come out there, take pictures, and they're free. You pick them up online. Now, the referees at Warzone take pictures. They put them on their Facebook page. And the first few times they did it, you could tell that maybe it was just, I got to do this. But now she's taking some absolutely incredible shots, the girl Miriam who did ours yesterday. And she got one of the coolest ones because in between the last game I played, because I know there were some games played on base, but the last game I played was up on top, and between, Tire Ball and Village is the treat area. There's no official name to the field yet. I mean... but you and Connor ended up right next to each other in these trees.
One barricade away.
Yeah, one barricade away. And just, of course, now I can't find the damn picture that I'm looking for. But...
hey, Gene. Gene's on Facebook says, hey, it was epic.
It was epic. Oh, that's something...
Absolutely epic.
Yeah, Gene on the other side of the wall. We have the Gene rule now, by the way. So somebody's on the other side of the wall. And I go, orange. And they say yellow. Or I don't know why they'd say yellow. But if somebody on the... Actually, let's debate this. Because what happened is I said, what color are you? And he said he's the same... And he said he was the enemy color. So I went underneath to try to shoot him in the foot. And he comes around and he's on my team. He goes, oh, I did that in case you're the enemy. Well, it's like, well, Christ, I was trying to shoot you. It's like,
oh my God. I think we need to come up with a code word for Gene. Not to jump ahead too far, but you weren't there. So I'll just bring this up real quick. We were playing, I don't even remember what we were playing. We were playing a bunch of games at base at the end of the day, just having a ton of fun. Oh, it was attack defend, like old Army Globe style, like attack the mountain.
Oh yeah.
So they had, and it was kind of like zombie mode mixed in too. So there was however many defenders, 4 maybe, and we all had to go. And as soon as we touched the top floor, we won. Nice. And as soon as we shot one of them, they joined the attackers. So I mean, we've done it before. The first game was all right. We ended up getting up. I ended up getting up and winning. But the second game, I was on the attacking as well, and they had some pretty heavy hitters up in there. I don't remember exactly who, but Gene being one of them. Ugh. The beginning of the game, I'm like, we really got to watch out for Gene. I guarantee he's laying down on an angle that you will not see him until you're dead. And sure enough, Trent was up there too. Trent was defending. So taking it kind of slow. Me, so Trent, Gene, Miranda, Sam, and Doug. I think Doug was his name. we're taking it pretty slow. We're not seeing anybody peek their heads up. So we're like, all right, this is going to be a different game. Like, we have to push up these stairs like heavy,
Sure.
multiple people, because that's the only way we're getting up. They're pretty much just watching staircases. So Thomas and Mikey, I believe, were in the left door of admin at the bottom of the stairs in that little pocket to the left.
Yeah, yeah.
And I pull in and I'm like, all right, guys, what are we doing? But I did it all with, my face and my hands.
Yeah, sure.
And they're pointing up. They're pointing up. And I'm like, yeah, obviously they're up, but let's go, let's go. And they're really pointing up. And I'm like, I don't get it. So I'm going to go. I'm looking up through the cracks. So I take one step onto the fucking step and I hear freeze. And I'm like, I'm not even around the corner yet. I look up. Yeah, up. He's above the doorway, like legs spread. But like I don't know how else to explain it. Like, yes, exactly like Jackie Chan, like doing a split with his marker right down, facing down the doorway, and he's just like freeze. And I was like, oh my! He even changed his voice too. I got it in the video, and it scared the shit out of me. And I'm like, wow, like I've seen a lot of things from Gene, but I've never seen that. He goes, I've been wanting to try this move for a long time. Yeah, well, it worked.
You could break
and I'm not sure if Mikey
and fall if he falls from there.
Yeah, it was worth it though, because it was badass. We gotta put a GoPro on that kid. And a bell. And a bell.
Yeah, the bell I agree with.
But yeah, at the end of the day, we had quite a few fun games on base. Just screwing around. We had a couple rentals show up.
Yeah.
Blast.
I felt bad at first. One of the last weekends for the field, and it's like it's just us there, the regulars. But then a couple of parties pulled in at the end. And I'm going to drop this finally, guys. Just for those of you who are watching the YouTube thing, the picture I just put in there. Of course, it's going to be tiny if you watch it on YouTube, but it's just how close Connor and Mike were. And I don't even think you two knew each other were around there. It looks like Connor's looking over there, but I don't know.
He knew I was there, and I knew someone was left, but I didn't think he was that close. Like, I knew someone was shooting at me from that direction, but I also knew Thomas was at as far as you could go left, and I was like, yeah, Thomas is probably sniping me. So I took a little peek, and the white mask glare, and I was, shitting my pants. And of course, it's like we're pretty close too, so it's like you can only shoot so much being that close. So usually in that sense, I'll try to take a few shots and try to run back a barricade. Yeah. But it didn't work out that way. And so we had a nice little firefight, a couple little bounces.
None of us know that field. The barrier's there. I've only played one game prior to that on this, and I just stuck to places that I knew, like natural barriers, like rocks. So that was kind of interesting with that. And
that's the thing, you don't know angles either. But I think that worked out pretty cool playing the 3 maps. Well, not so much the full 3 maps, but gives you a little time to breathe, rather than like shooting right from the beginning and trying to get to a barricade right off. And then, it just gives you that little extra second to kind of collaborate with your team and get in a little bit and settle down where you need to settle down. It's not so much a big game, but, worked out pretty well.
Well, we are going to have an end of the year show, probably like 2 end of the year shows, because we have so much stuff to go through. Just shenanigans and fun to talk about. So I'm not going to really talk about, wrapping things up. And I mean, wrapping up as in we're not going to be playing as much right now. Yeah, some people may only play till next April, and whenever. Or no, we usually come back in March. We usually have a March event. This month, November, I guess now we're going to call it tradition, is the month where we order jerseys. Some of the new guys getting it, and the podcast certainly isn't stopping. We're going to actually probably pump out more podcasts, at least once a week would be nice. Just talking as we discuss stories. I've got a whole list of fun topics and that for us to discuss. And we're going to do our planning for next year and kind of just open mic, talk stories and have fun with that. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, it's not going to be a long one here, guys, but I think is really cool, and I loved seeing it. And we're going to bring this up to on the next podcast, because I'll show a little video I had of it. And Connor will be on it, who saw it, and Jeff will get his reaction, who hasn't. On the terminal field at Warzone, the second building that, we've seen some video and pictures of, they got 2 floors of it. They're on the second floor working on it. You can see where third's going to go. That thing is like a fortress inside. Unfortunately, when I went inside, I will put up a video, probably this week, and it just shows the first floor, and I walk around. I mean, Mike, describe it, what you thought when you went in, because my mind, actually me and you, we had the same reaction, what it reminded us of. Or was it Connor that told me that? Connor told me it reminded him.
I think it was Connor, because actually
it was like LaSalle Paintball Army Globe. It's like the mountain.
Oh, really?
That's what he thought. Yeah, or the hotel or the mountain.
Nice. I actually didn't even make it inside there. I was it took me a few minutes to get up there. I was messing around, but I came up and then I started talking to Eric about the outside of the field and actually the plans that he had. And I don't want to give too much away, but that is going to be, at least for me and Miranda, it's going to be a next level field. The plans that he was talking about, it's going to be something that I've never seen or played on or even heard of, really. The future plans that he has for that map, and it's pretty wild. So I'm really excited for next season to get on that and mess around with that. And it's an ongoing project too. So like when he fires it up, there's going to be continuing, as they do, continue to add on. But not only are they just going to be adding more stuff, they're going to be expanding it out farther into having wooded areas and stuff. I feel like I'm giving too much away, but it's going to be really cool. I got to kind of behind the scenes.
Yeah. Well, as somebody
sneak peek at some of the stuff. So.
I thought he'd want me to know to pump it. Now I got too big of a mouth if he's going to keep it secret. Isn't it telling me his mother to freaking help? Yeah, it's also the time with the leaves down the way they are, the way winter happens to come around, that there's a lot of open space, even north of, when you're at Spawn Point 2 in Village, the area behind us, away from the field, it's like, oh no, that's out of bounds. No, this is about 30 or 40 feet. And it's like, it's a rocky hill. There's a rocky hill that starts in about 20 feet. And there's a path that cuts up on both sides. It's like, those are natural defenses. It's like, they can do a lot there. The one thing I'll say about that field is they're planning it out, and I think they're planning it out well. They're just not throwing a bunch of barriers down, getting a bunch of pallets, and just, okay, here you go. Like, they're using the elevation properly. They're grading things properly, like the forest, which we battled in. We were talking about that game, that picture of you and Connor. You remember how that forest used to be? I mean, you'd destroy your ankle if you tried to walk along the back of it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy what they've done the past 2 years. And look, with the areas they're clearing, here's a place that had, for a long time, it had 3 fields. Well, it at one point it had 5 fields. 1 was out of commission. 2 were out of commission. It had 3 fields. It was kind of whatever. Now they've basically 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 5 fields. They could double the amount of fields there. And they could, they've got all that area, a labyrinth that they tore apart. On the other side of Labyrinth, which actually leads over a hill that goes to Tire Ball, that could be absolutely sick, especially if you're looking at Scenario Ball. I think
they got something cooking back up over there. There's like a little elevated pathway they have going on. I think he mentioned something about a watchtower or something, but I don't know if that's for refs or if it's actually for both. Part of a map or what.
You could use it for both if you think about it.
So, yeah.
Oh, no, you're going to put a watchtower on your field. One, it's going to be for the players because that's a highlight. It is high.
You got to be able to get up there. Yeah.
There's the border stop they have there, as we call it. There is so much happening there. So, I don't mind recharging the batteries. Of course, being the I'm not going to say off season. It's the off season for me, the slow season, let's say. But for me, as somebody who's planning and all that, I mean, I love this. And when I saw that at the field, it's like, that's just wild. And I said, guys, you got to see this. And we came in and walking around talking about the possibilities. And it's like, they come over, yeah, there's going to be another floor too. And it's like, oh, you could put a floor in it now and I'll love it. But sure, do more to it, another floor. I did hear that they might be putting at least one other building in the absolute corner. But anyway, it is what it is, and I'm sure it'll work fine. I mean, that was a pit. That was a pit, like an actual huge hole they've been landfilling with, using their resources.
He had mentioned something about connecting all the second floors. So every building that has a second floor, connecting it with
the other
pathway, like a bridgeway with sides and tight corners. That's where I'm getting to. It's going to be next level. Like it's going to be like playing a video game where you're either running below or on that second floor, and you're going to hear somebody below you or, on that second floor, and you're going to be running right underneath them. And it's going to make, and then having those tight second story close corner, I don't know. It's going to be something that Fields doesn't have. And I'm just, man, I'm pumped.
Yeah, Trent said the Corridor of Death, which is at the infamous, but rest in peace, PRZ. They had this just open corridor.
Yeah.
They put some pallets on it, but I mean, it was one of these things apparently that if you were at PRZ, you just had to go in there and do a firefight, even though it was just a no-win situation for either side. But if you think about it, what you explained, because those two buildings, the existing ones, they are pretty close to each other. So if they were to connect them somehow, that wouldn't be structurally difficult.
It's like the container bridge at D-Day. I really want to I know it's like it doesn't happen because of the way. I know it's happened before, but I know the way it is set up now with the spawn moved up closer on that side that you just don't get. But I would love for some reason to have some kind of engagement on both sides of that.
Okay.
Like enemy on one side funneling in, and then you got to do some flanks around to try to push him out, or just something.
2022
container bridge fight.
2022.
I heard about it.
Conrad engineered us taking it from underneath, flushing out the village, and then going in on both sides. It was epic.
That's wild.
Yeah, we were pinned for 40 minutes before that, so we had a lot of pent up paintball there. Oh,
man.
No, I just, it's so funny because when I drove home yesterday, like I just grinning ear to ear because it was such a great day. Great day. Good way to end the season for me. I'm sitting
Absolutely.
there, what am I going to call this game day? It's like, shit, there's two of them that are automatic every year. There's Break to Ice is the first one. And Last Call is always the last one, but I would have probably chosen like some sort of Vibin or something like that, just such a good time yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, that it still blows my mind that we played basically on Village, the same guys we've been playing. I mean, some of us have been playing together for many years now. With the two revives and the Dead Men Can Talk, it was just perfect because it's a stupid, silly kind of thing. And I mean, I'm in a building, I turn around, there's an enemy at the doorway and the window freezing me, and I just turn around laughing. It was that kind of thing. It's like I hadn't been hit yet, but here were my two deaths. It's like, you know what? I think my luck's over. I'm out. There was just something about it was right. Oh, Nick's.
That was the game where you had to revive me twice back to back, and then my marker stopped working. Nick had to run me out of marker, and then that wasn't working, and I got shot after you revived me. Like, it was just such a fun shit show. I'm getting pelted in the back. Normally where I'd be like, fuck, and I was just laughing, and Thomas comes up, he's like, hey, what's that on your back? I was like, apparently a target, because fucking got shot like 10 times in the back. Yeah.
Oh, Thomas got...
You revived me, and then you went in the building, and I'm like, 2 seconds later, I'm like, Andrew, you still there? You're like, yeah. I'm like, I need another revive. I'll be right out.
Thomas has the ProFlex, and he's got the red out frame on his goggles, and it's black tint. And it was so good to have him out yesterday. But when you're sitting there in Village and you look, and there's just a little nook and cranny, like two trees, and you just see the red frame beneath it, and he's got you lined up, and it's like, oh man, I'm in for a hell of a fight here. He actually he has the he's the one that took me out in my last game of the year there in the woods. He hit me from at least 75 feet and right in the face. Right, just
one shot
off the
probably.
side. He's economical. He brings that. Yeah, Meth. It's like, do you really need that? He doesn't. He probably still didn't have to buy a bag of balls yesterday. He's so efficient with it.
He's a sniper. He is a sniper.
He is.
There's two people that I recognize their masks and I immediately panic. I'm getting better with, you know what I mean, like situational times where I gotta just relax and not get so worked up. But when I see a white mask and when I see that red tint off that green mask, I immediately just start shitting my pants. I can never tell what Mikey's wearing because he's got 400 masks. So he shows. Sometimes I think he wears 2 different masks in a day. But when I see those 2 masks, I immediately start shitting myself and running the opposite way. There's just no way winning those fights.
Oh my!
Not for me, at least.
Yeah. It was good to see Connor out there again. I mean, the last time he came out was balling for boobies, but he still was healing. And it'd been over 2 months since he played, and he was out there running. Actually, it's funny, he had a toque on, or a beanie, as some of you call it, some of the younger folk. So he's at the top of the hill, and he decides he's Connor, right? He's going to run down the middle of the field. And he gets there, and I hear him laughing, and he's behind a barrier. His toque had fallen under his mask and covering his eyes, but you're not going to take it out till you get there, you know. And he's laughing.
Yeah.
Hey, Nick was on fire yesterday. You know, we're doing that kill confirm thing, and he still charges in. He charges in, and at one point, I know my team's before I went down to see Pierre, like I said, the teams were really lopsided, and I went into a barrier, and it's a rare occasion I'm sitting there going, I'm just going to wait. I think I'm going to be the last one. Maybe they can walk. I was in one of the little wooden shelters near Zigzag. And it's like, look, if I get lucky, and somebody said 2v1, and it's like, okay, all right. If one of them walks by this opening here, I get him, then it's a 1v1. I can even use this guy as bait because it's kill confirmed. Oh no, it wasn't kill confirmed. But anyway, it wasn't kill confirmed. But anyway, I figure, hey, okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh my God, I think I forgot my point there for a second. Oh no. Okay, so. When she says it's 2v1, and that's what I think. And in my head, it's like, okay, I just need to get one. And then I hear Nick call out, and I hear exactly where he is. And I go up when I pop up, and he sees me, and he's using a speedball marker for the first time. And this is the very first game. It was the very first game. So all of a sudden, I get hit in the face, and 2 beside me on the wall. All at the same time because he's not used to shooting that thing at people, and I got to be his first target. So I go, Nick, it takes 1 ball. But he's like, but Andrew, he's going to look, and then he shoots on the wall. He just pulls the trigger, and it's like, it's okay. He goes, I got to wait for Mikey to adjust it.
Yeah, that thing is super sensitive. I used it too, and it's funny because we were playing games down at base, and he let me use it. I'm trying to be sneaky right at base. But I'm ready. I got my finger on the trigger. Nice. And there's 2 parts of the video. I'll make a short out of it. And I would shoot on accident, and I would scare myself because I thought someone was shooting like next to me or at me or something like that. That thing is really sensitive.
Oh my God.
Gene mentioned, I'll let you explain because I had you record most of the game. But that it was like a 3v3v3v2 at base.
Yeah.
It was a pretty regular game because those are pretty hectic when you start on corners, but it came down to at the end.
I can't believe I forgot that. I can't believe I forgot that. So the team of 2 people, all the other teams were 3, was actually 2 pretty good players, Trent and Gene, who are both very stealthy. And on that field, yeah, I mean, these are guys you got to watch out for. Although before they redid the field, it was even worse playing against them. At least they took some of the stuff out. But I guess Gene decided they spawning in the corner. It's a little fortress there, man, with the truck, the old army truck. That thing is a little fortress. So they realize, I guess, that they've got a disadvantage. Gene stays in the back of the truck. I don't know if it was specifically by design or if he was going to do like I mentioned I was doing in that one game, but it ends up that Nick is left and he's walking around. As a matter of fact, at one point they called the game and then Connor's like, no, because he could see Gene on the second floor across from us because me and you were standing on the second floor on the other side of the field. And I kind of go my shoulders and Connor goes like, he just kind of points and I forget how he said it, but in the truck, but I think he did like a T in the truck and he pointed, he's like, oh shit, he's in the truck and just boom, just shots everywhere. They're going back and forth. We can't see Nick cause he's underneath us, but you hear like against the side of the a truck. And then Gene pops up, a flurry of shots back and forth and just down and around the corner, Nick, I mean, no one will ever say that they don't hear Nick say freeze because this man shouts it. And and it was like, are they still friends? And it's like, but it was just epic because it was all the stealth and they shot so much paint at each other at the end. And a freeze takes them out. The ghost. So we got the ghost rule now. What have we established in this show? We have the ghost rule, where when somebody asks what color you are, you either, well, no, that's a thing. I'm just salty. We should do a code word.
We'll have to figure out.
Yeah, we'll do a code word before each game. What's your code word? Yeah. And see what happens.
Or we'll give him like a bird call or something he can do. I swear we need to put a bell on him.
Maybe that's something we do in the game. That's one of the rule things. Is one captain on each side gets to say which player in the other team has to wear a bell.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so good. That's actually, yeah.
Or they have to have a balloon on top of them, like a little helium balloon sticking out.
Something like that. We're gonna bank this and come back to it because that's a fantastic idea.
Put a radio.
I can think of some people that I need to put balloons on and bells. Yeah, that'll be so much fun.
Your wife is one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Even if she's on my team, I need a bell on her just to know where she is.
All right. Well, we've gone 37 minutes deep here. I did, as I wrap up here, I did mention earlier that we're going to have lots of shows in the during the winter. That's what we're going to call it, during the winter, just because it gives us something to do. As I've mentioned quite a few times over the 30 episodes we've had this year alone, that we get asked a lot about, how did you guys form your club? Because people want to do certain things and that, and it takes time. And but it's really not. There's a lot of easy things you can do. So we're going to be talking about what we're doing, what we're planning, give you guys some ideas. Whoever's listening, even better, give us ideas. Was talking yesterday with. We were talking about Wasaga Beach. Thomas brought up, what about Wasaga Beach? It's supposed to be an amazing event. It's traditionally fairly, I think it was fairly close to D-Day. Anyway, no, it isn't. It's a little away. Maybe we hit it on the schedule, maybe not. We do have budgets, so we're going to look into that because there's no way I'm missing bowling for poopies next year. But yeah,
bobbing for boobies.
Yeah, but we're going to have all kinds of shows. I got some really fun topics to talk about. And, for those of you like me that don't play as much in the winter, well, to be honest, like most paintball players, they don't play as much in the winter, or even when you go out in the winter, you're not out there for 7 hours. To keep everybody busy, talking, vibing, getting together, and, maybe some virtual paintball through banter.
Yeah. And we put together a nice winter, like whenever between now and when the season fires up, maybe we can try to get a dinner going down
we're gonna
there.
have one before Christmas for sure. before Christmas. Absolutely. You're
There we go.
You're going on a cruise
Yeah.
soon. So you're,
Well, that's what I was gonna say earlier. Like, it's bittersweet that it's the end of the season, but it hasn't sunken in yet because I have something really exciting to look for next weekend. We're gonna go on a cruise to Mexico. I won't get into it, but I feel like when I get back, not only am I gonna be bummed that I, not on the cruise anymore, I got to go back to work and stuff, but that's when it's gonna be like, oh shit, that was the last outing, like, well, official one. We'll probably go out a few times, but
yeah.
at the end of the season, last time I'm going to see the majority of the guys and stuff, and it's going to, slow down and stuff. So that's why I'm really excited that we'll keep the podcast going, try to get some good ideas going, and hang out here. And
well, you're helping me with this next year's D-Day video. I've already given you some stuff in that because I know you offered before, and we're going to try to make it bigger and better because as we get older, we get worse. So, like I like to say on the field, if you don't play good, at least look good.
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So, thank you to those who were brave enough to listen. We will be back next week. I think we're talking about maybe getting the Nasty Boys out there. I'd love to hear about the community they have there. I know there's a lot of speedballers there. I know traditionally we don't really talk a lot of speedball, but I'm curious because they have their own little ecosystem there, all the different teams, and they're such nice guys. Why the hell not? And yeah, we want those boys.
I think they're still firing off on the energy from Ballin' for Boobies because they just put together a Christmas Peril in collaboration with, we can talk about this with them, in collaboration with Capital Combat Zone. They have an amazing Toys for Tots event, Capital Combat Zone does every year, and they have so many fun winter games. And Albany doesn't see much snow, and when they do, it's mild and it's still pretty warm out. So they usually play throughout the year.
Okay.
But they have an amazing event. So the Nasty Boys collaborated with them, and now they're like taking it on to like a night time, like they're getting on a bus and going to a bunch of restaurants and bars and but they're donating all this stuff, and they're just they're such cool people, and I'm really excited to get them back on here and to talk about to get in their brains, and you can learn a lot from a team like the Nasty Boys. Like they got some motivation going on, and it's really cool what they do.
No, we'll probably have them on the next show, and we will have a little dinner for the crew here before Christmas. And I'm actually hoping to play in New Mexico. Connor finally to join me at Holloman Air Force Base in Alamogordo, New Mexico, where they have a cool field Jerry takes care of there. I played there a couple of years ago, got my ass kicked because I went with an Army guy and I was playing against Air Force guys. That was like fire and water, my friend. But maybe get Connor out there again and have some fun. All right. So, Mike, I greatly...
Alpha showed up right at the end again.
Jeez.
On Facebook.
Alpha, I gotta go to bed, man. You're gonna have to... Alpha, thanks for listening.
We love you, Alpha. Thanks for stopping in.
We love you right now, dude. I really love my sleep. I got some family stopping over tomorrow night for a couple of weeks. And we just a good emotional weekend. Getting ready for the family coming over, but my paintball family, we had such a great end of the year outing. I guess, Mike, I'll just cut it here. Thank you for being on the show. It's not like you're a guest; you are a main part of the show.
Thanks for having me, Andrew. Thanks for having me.
I'm the one that's always like, you guys want to push. Anyway, go out there, have fun. Hey, if it's your off season too, if it's your winter, relax, recoup, recharge the batteries. You want to talk paintball, you want to have some fun, just hit us up, listen to us, listen to other people like Alpha, who's listening now on his amazing podcast. But the most important thing is, remember, at the end of the day, boys and girls, kittle tots, young and old, it is only a game.
Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like us, rate us, and tell everybody about us. Thanks for listening.